All right, that's a little better. Had to turn on some light in here so we can see what's going on. A little better shot of the front of the dart. See my brace across the front of the cowl, A pillar area. Then I've tied it back to the B pillar. I mentioned that in an earlier video. It's just a little better look of what I had done. Looks a little jungle gym-ish, but I thought, why not? So anyway, doors are tied together. They didn't move before that. I'm standing at a door right now, just opened it. It's not moving at all, obviously. Now it's a little better tied. Then I went back from this lower bar, tied it to the back of the inner structure there, and then went back to the trunk rail through there. So not a lot to move. Again, there's not hardly any weight on the back, right above the or below the taillight housings. I can lift up on that. It's just setting on those old screw jacks down there. Then a little better shot of where we're at with the package tray. Got a little overzealous with the weldable primer, but it was in my hand and needed to cover real quick, so good enough. And on both sides. So that's actually all one piece there, still welded together from the inner package tray to the outer. The other one on the other side is cut free where that large vice grip is, just to ease the fit, as obviously it's all tapered in that area, so hard to get it wedged in there. And then getting it wedged on the right along the window edge there, I guess. Gutter is kind of a tight fit getting in there, but I've got some tech screws here and there, just holding it pretty tight. It's in position. Getting ready to cut everything here shortly, and I'll show that here in a bit. But otherwise, you can see a little bit more on how the front pan's looking. There's some junk laying in here, but in pretty good shape. There's a few spots where the inner rocker has rusted and came through. There's a good shot right there of that. So I'm going to cut all that anyway. The inner rocker that's coming with the donor frame actually comes down right at about that same area, just in front of the door jamb. So is where that will actually tie in, that back short piece there. So we'll cut that pan there regardless, and then decide if I'm going to replace the whole thing. There's a little bit of patchwork done on this side up there, but all in all, it's in pretty darn good shape, this floor pan that is. There's a good shot of the original color. I did mention this is a maroon car, I don't think. I mentioned it anyway. Not my favorite color, but it is the original color, so we'll see if it goes back to there. And then the front, obviously it's got a Grant steering wheel because 80s, and an old Suntac, which is kind of retro cool, just for a little history. We'll leave that there for now anyway. The dash is not perfect anyway. It's got other than the dirt, it's got a good crack over there. But all in all, the interior, I mean, there's not much to them anyway, but there's that shifter, and it is a Mr. gasket. I don't even know what it is, but it's junk. So we'll take that out of there. Have to fix the console up. It's just sitting in there right now. Another better shot of what's left of the old front frame rails, or rear frame rails, I guess, the front of the rear frame rails. You can see the torque box in there as well. So we'll get those out, get that inner rocker out there, and go back the other direction. Here's just a real quick shot of my little modern technology, a little home building technology, frankly, of trying to, I don't know if this will shoot that laser or not. Very hard to get in photos, but running along the rear seal of the trunk there, and right out the tail light housings on either side. Just a little side to side. It's actually, now that I'm looking at it, a little harder. About maybe an 1/8 inch off, maybe not. It's real close, but probably do a little work with the beeper on this and just making sure it's as level as I can get it. It's pretty darn close right now. I keep saying it's perfect. It's close, but we'll do that. And then I'm also referencing up on the inner rockers under the doors, just the best horizontal spots I can find. And again, I don't think this thing was probably within 1/4 inch when it was brand new, but we'll get it within 1/4 inch when we put it back together, just to be sure. But hopefully that shows up. It's kind of neat. That's stuff I own already for cheap, relatively cheap rotary laser. But between that and then we've got a static one over there as well. Just keep throwing those out, self-leveling. Between that and actual levels, and just trying to double check. We've got a digital level I've put up there on the package tray as well, running about 0 to 0.1 depending on how hard you push on it. Obviously clamping it in, it's just clamped up there for now with a couple textures in it, but working out pretty well. I think pretty good reference points. There's also a good look of where we are with the donor frame. We've got the seat pan from AMD sitting in there. Looking real good. Fitting up real nice. Just happens to be, this is all obviously movable, but happens to be sitting about where the factory one did. I've got it pinched down just a little bit to fit over the hump in the wheel well area. But fitting real nice in there. Obviously drill the spot welds. The seat belt hole is right, or the nut is right in the back of my finger here, so I have to drill that through. The center ones are actually there from AMD, and they put those in. Really, if you watch anybody that has been using these panels, I've spent a lot of time watching anybody I could find on the internet doing this type of work for a little tutoring, and from AMD's website or YouTube site themselves to Rust Bucket Restos. He's done a CUDA charger satellite, some other stuff, and just Chris Birdsong doing all the work he does. But ironically, the General Mayhem from Roadkill was very similar to this mess over here, and the fact that he was fixing a lot of the inner structure. So kind of cool to have some great examples of people that know what they're doing. Gain a little confidence that way. So fitting up real good, and next steps will be sliding that bugger in there.